fractions don't have to be a fraction of your confidence. Starting from this video, I will discuss the addition and subtraction of fractions. So in my previous video, I have introduced finding the highest common factor and the lowest common multiple. Those skills are very useful in doing the addition and subtraction of fractions. So let's take a look at an example. For example, if I want you to add two fractions, 1/2 and 1/3, what do you do first? You cannot just simply add the numerator with the numerator, denominator with denominator. No, you cannot do that. What you need to do is finding the common denominator. You can start adding the numerator only when the two fractions have the common denominator. The common denominator is simply just the least common multiple between two denominators. So what is the least common multiple between 2 and 3? So since they are co-prime, you can easily find that result from the factor rainbow, or the fact that they are all prime numbers, or simply because they are two consecutive integers. That means two numbers next to each other in the number line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the counting number order. So any two consecutive numbers are co-prime. So when they are co-prime, the least common multiple is just simply the product of the two numbers. Therefore, the least common multiple between 2 and 3 is just 2 times 3 equals 6. Now you need to change 1/2 and 1/3 both into something over 6. So 1/2, how can we change that into something over 6? You need to ask yourself, 2 times what equals 6? The answer is simple, 2 times 3 equals 6. Therefore, you need to multiply 3 both in the numerator and the denominator. That is 1 times 3 over 2 times 3, which gives you 3 over 6. Now you have found the equivalent fraction of 1/2. That is 3 over 6. Next, you need to use the same method to find the equivalent fraction of 1/3. Also, write it as something over 6. 3 times what equals 6? 3 times 2 equals 6. Therefore, both numerator and the denominator need to multiply with the 2. So 1 times 2 over 3 times 2, that gives you 2 over 6, which is the equivalent fraction 2 over 6. Now you have, instead of 1/2 plus 1/3, that you have 3 over 6 plus 2 over 6. So now, since they have the common denominator, you can simply adding up the numerators. That is 3 plus 2, 5 over 6. So that is the answer of 1/2 plus 1/3. You need to apply this method to all the fraction additions. Now let's take a look at another example. 1 over 6 take away 1 over 8. So now you need to find the common denominator. So what is least common multiple between 6 and 8? So using the formula 6 times 8 over HCF between 6 and 8. So highest common factor between 6 and 8 is simply 2. You can find this answer using the factor rainbow or other method you know. Therefore, 6 times 8 divided by 2, cancel out 2 with the 6 first. Its answer will be 3 times 8 equals 24. So in this situation, you cannot just times 6 with 8 gives you 48, which is not the least common multiple. Of course, you can go that way, but that take a detour, because there will be a common factor between the numerator and the denominator in your result. So now let's try to change 1 over 6 into something over 24. 6 times what equals 24? 6 times 4 equals 24. Therefore, 4 over 24 is equivalent fraction of 1 over 6. Now, what is equivalent fraction of 1 over 8? So again, 8 times 3 equals 24. Therefore, 1 over 8 equivalent fraction is 3 over 24. Okay, now you know 1 over 6 take away 1 over 8 can be written as 4 over 24 take away 3 over 24, which gives you 1 over 24. That is the way to do the addition and subtraction of fraction numbers. So, as you can see, if you understand the concept of the highest common factor and the least common multiple, there's nothing difficult in this type of calculation. I hope you understand how to do fraction, addition, and subtractions, and we continue in the next video. Bye.